Why did you stop talking to me? Was it because you were too far gone? Or because you truly believed I stopped listening? When everything started falling apart in your life, who told you that I left? At what moment did you decide that silence meant rejection? That struggle meant abandonment? That pain meant I was gone? Let me ask you something deeper. When was the exact moment you started carrying everything alone? Was it after that prayer you thought I didn't answer? Was it after that door closed, that relationship broke, that plan collapsed? Or was it when you slowly stopped expecting me to show up for you anymore? Do you really believe I walked away from you? Or is that what your pain has been trying to convince you all along? Because I need you to think carefully right now. Even in your lowest moments, even when you were broken, even when you had no strength left, why do you still feel like I was absent when I never stopped being near you? I saw you, even when you felt completely alone. I saw the nights you couldn't sleep, when your thoughts were louder than your prayers. I saw you lying there in silence, carrying burdens no one else could see. You tried to be strong in front of everyone, but inside, you were breaking piece by piece. And when you whispered my name under your breath, I heard every single word. I collected every tear you didn't show anyone. Every moment you smiled while your heart was heavy. Every time you said, "I'm fine," when you were not fine at all. I never ignored your pain. My word says, "The Lord is close to the brokenhearted and saves those who are crushed in spirit." Psalm 34:18. That means I was never far from you in your suffering. I was closest when you felt the weakest. And even when you stopped praying like you used to, I did not stop listening. Even when your faith felt small, even when your voice became silent, I remained faithful to you. My word also says, "Cast all your anxiety on him because he cares for you." 1 Peter 5:7. You were never meant to carry all of that alone. I was there, holding what you couldn't hold. You thought I left you, but that was never the truth. I never moved away from you, not even for a moment. What happened is that your pain started speaking louder than my presence. Your feelings began to tell you a story that was not from me. That I had abandoned you, that I was silent because I didn't care. But silence is not absence, and distance is not rejection. You didn't lose me. You lost the ability to feel me in the middle of your struggle. Because when life becomes heavy, even what is close can feel far away. But I was still there, the same yesterday, today, and forever. My word says, "Never will I leave you, never will I forsake you." Hebrews 13:5. That promise did not change just because your situation changed. You called it silence, but I called it presence you could not yet understand. Just because you didn't hear my voice the way you expected doesn't mean I stopped speaking. Sometimes I work in ways that are quiet, unseen, and deeper than emotions can interpret. While you were waiting for a sound, I was already shaping your future behind the scenes. You measured me by what you felt, but I am not limited to feelings. There were moments when I was holding things together for you, protecting you from what you didn't even know could harm you. My word says, "Be still and know that I am God." Psalm 46:10. Even in the silence, I was still God over your life, still in control, still working everything for your good. There were things happening in your life that you could not understand in the moment. Doors closing that felt like rejection but were actually protection. People leaving who you thought were meant to stay, but were removed because they could not go where I was taking you. You only saw the loss, but I saw the danger you were being saved from. Behind every delay, there was direction. Behind every disappointment, there was divine protection. You thought things were falling apart, but I was actually holding things together in ways your eyes could not see. My word says, "And we know that in all things God works for the good of those who love him." Romans 8:28. Nothing in your life was wasted, not even the pain. I never left you, not even in the moment you thought I did. When everything felt dark, when you couldn't feel me, when you assumed I was silent, I was still right there with you. The truth is not what your emotions told you. The truth is that I stayed, even when you doubted, even when you questioned, even when you stepped back, and even when you turned away. I did not turn away from you. My love for you was not dependent on your strength, your faith, or your feelings. It remained steady when everything else in your life felt unstable. My word says, I have loved you with an everlasting love. I have drawn you with unfailing kindness. Jeremiah 31:3. That love did not stop, and it never will. Let me remind you of something you may have forgotten in your pain. My promises are not like human promises. I do not change my word based on your emotions, your failures, or your doubts. When I speak, it remains true forever. Even when your world feels unstable, my word is still your foundation. I already declared over your life, I will never leave you nor forsake you. Hebrews 13:5. That was not only for your good days, it was also for your darkest nights. When you felt alone, I was still faithful. When you felt weak, I was still holding you. My presence was never temporary, it was permanent, even when you couldn't perceive it. Now listen to me carefully, because everything is about to shift in your understanding. What you called the end was not the end at all. It was a transition. What felt like silence was actually preparation. What felt like loss was actually alignment. I was not finishing your story. I was repositioning it. You are not forgotten, and you are not stuck. I am still writing your life with purpose, even in this moment. The pain did not cancel your destiny, and the delay did not delete your future. My word says, "For I know the plans I have for you," declares the Lord. Plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future. Jeremiah 29:11. Your story is still unfolding, and it is not over. Come back to me. Not because you have everything figured out, but because you are tired of carrying everything alone. You don't need to clean yourself up first. You don't need to fix what is broken before you return. Just come as you are. Honest, empty, hurting, or confused. I am not waiting for perfection. I am waiting for your heart. The same heart I have always loved, even in your distance. I never stopped reaching for you, even when you stepped back. There is no shame in returning, only love waiting to receive you again. Now I want you to pause for a moment and really listen. Let everything else become quiet, just for a second. Because this is the truth you have been searching for all along. I never stopped being with you, not in your confusion, not in your pain, not even in the moments you were convinced I was gone. When you felt nothing, when your prayers felt empty, when the silence felt too heavy, I was still there, closer than you realized. Even in your silence, I was present. Even when you turned away, I did not turn away from you. What you thought was distance was never distance. It was a moment you could not yet understand. I saw every struggle, every tear, every hidden battle, and through it all, my presence never left your side. You may not have felt me, but I never stopped holding you. And if something inside you is stirring right now, don't ignore it. This is not just emotion, it is a reminder. A call back to love, a call back to peace. If you are ready to return, don't stay silent anymore. Say it out loud in your heart. I am coming back, because I never left you, not even for a moment.